Good morning, traders. Richard here doing a quick point-and-figure chart review of the Xetra Dax index. I've got the 100 by 3 point-and-figure chart here. It met the 12,900 downside target. Actually, it did meet intraday the 12,500 downside target. If we look at the ultimate low was 12,438, and then it rebounded from that level there. So far so good. Nice little rebound there. We've got a X there, or it's not a print yet, but today's upside so far looks like we might get a trend reversal here, a point and figure chart reversal to the upside, but we do need to see that confirmation of that X in that block. But it took out these downside targets. The one is 13,200 as well. There's a point and figure chart trend line here. We can see the index is desperately trying to rebound from that trend line, and that comes from this significant low of February 2020. So we can see there the COVID low is trying to find support at that low, that trend line, point and figure chart trend line. Now, I've had some questions on how the point and figure chart targets work. The viewer had the question that why is there downside targets and upside targets? What happened to these when the market was moving higher there? So the way the targets work is you look for a significant price move in either direction, up or down. In this case, let's take that one for a significant move. So let's say we're over here at this 13,100. So that's that target at 14.3. Now, in order for that target to be activated, let's say the index is trading at 13.1 and it moves up another 100 points, 13.2. That then activates the 14.300 upside target. Okay, and then it rallies to the downside. Now, let's say you wanted a downside target here. So the index needs to move higher in this case, and now we've got that target there. But that target will only be activated if this price moves below that line there, 13,500. So in order for a downside target to be activated, we actually do need to see the price move down. All right, because if it moves past that last low, that significant low, that would then activate this target, this 12,500. Okay, it never got to that point. It reversed higher, and then it broke past this 14,200 level there, and that activated the 15,300 upside target. Okay, now these targets are calculation of this particular price move together with a box size and reversal, and that's how you get that projected move. So in order to calculate the price target, you look at a significant up or down move in the point and figure chart to the left, and then you want to project your upside target to the right, but that target will only be activated once the index trades above that high there. So it's basically a breakout. So in order for the target to be activated, it needs to break out in the direction of the target, so to speak. Okay, and then it got close to meeting these targets. Well, it met those targets, then had a reverse lower. So at that point, we can say, right, we had then a reverse higher, but we want to know what's this downside target just in case the market reverses lower. That would be 13.9. But in order for that 13.9 target, the price needs to move below the 14,900 level. So this sell-off had to come all the way down to 14.8 to actually activate that target. So that target was technically activated when it moved below at that level. Okay, so you have an idea as to how when to activate, when these targets are activated and when not. So for a target to activate, the current price or the O to the downside needs to move beyond that O's there. Okay, so it's like a breakout to the downside activates the target. A breakout to the upside past that significant high activates the target. So the column you're using to calculate the point and figure chart target on, you then project that on top, but it's only activated after the current price breaks past that level. So it's kind of like a breakout strategy, so to speak. In this case, it moved lower, rebounded there, and then moved higher. So when the DAX was trading at 14,100, we can say, right, we have a potential downside target here of 11.5, and that was activated as soon as the market dipped past that level there, 13, that low there, 14,100. So that activated. This target is still active, but if we get a reversal to the upside, we have a new target. So watch out for a 300-point reversal to the upside will signal the end of this current downtrend. Okay, so that's kind of how you interpret the targets. You look for a significant high or low, a particular move. So what you want is to calculate the price targets based on this move, and that's projected on top of there. Okay, so you're using the actual point and figure chart, that particular move. The longer the move, the more significant the target would be. You can see a big move to the downside obviously generates a very far target. Shorter moves generate quicker, shorter term targets. But this downside is calculated on that move there as well. So you can see there, 13.8 is the downside target there that was met. So that's kind of how you interpret these targets. You look for a particular period. Let's take another example, the 60 minutes 50 by 3 point and figure chart target of the Xetra Dax. We're going to put in targets now. So let's say the index is now rolling over. It's starting to give the sell signals there. Point and figure chart sell signals is when the trend reverses from an X to an O. So it moves down, rebounds from that low there. So we're going to take that low and calculate the point and figure chart target on that move there to project down to see, in case it dips below this level here, where is the potential target. So in this case, we can take this line and say, right, that's the low we're trying to calculate. That's the target we're projecting on. Now, for this target to actually be activated, it happens as soon as the DAX moves below this zone there. This label thing is affecting me now, but as soon as it moves below that line there, it moves below there. You can see there, that level there. As soon as it dips below that column, needs to be below that level there, that activates that downside target. Okay, and in the case when this line, this level, this sell-off there moved beyond that low there, that then activated this target. So we can see there, another one. So when this price movement dipped below that significant low, which means a breakout to the downside, that activates that target. So you can see you had 3 targets there to the downside. So you can go along and see as the market keeps selling off, you have downside targets, because as soon as it slices through a key support level, there we go, that one, 12,750, and that one was met. And then we have another one here, 12,100, quite a significant one to the downside, and there's another one, 12,500. And now we've got an upside reversal. Now similarly, we'll use that move to the upside to project a potential upside target, and there we go, the 13,800 is the potential upside target in this case, and then that move is going to last up to about that point there. So as soon as we get a point and figure chart reversal to the upside, it pulls back, and now that target's activated once the X is above the other X there as kind of the breakout. It's kind of a breakout target. So your point and figure chart targets are calculated or activated as soon as the price action dips below a particular level of that low. That activates the target to the downside. Targets to the upside in this case would be activated once we get past these levels here. But so far now we have a 13,800 upside target on the 60-minute 50 by 3, and we've got these trend line resistance zones to deal with when we get to that particular point. But that's kind of how we calculate the targets. For example, these 2 significant drawdowns here, reversals to the upside, that one there, that target was activated when this move occurred. Okay, you can see there, this low drip below that one, that actually activated this 12,800 downside target there. So just keep in mind, that's how these targets work. So when we were moving higher, we had upside targets. Take that one, that significant move. That target of 14.8 was activated as soon as we broke past that resistance zone there. So that breakout there. Okay, so this is another significant move to the upside. We'll take that one, pop a target on top of there. That target's activated as soon as the market breaks past that 13,750 zone. That activates the 15,000 target. So then we rally, pulls back a little bit, rallies, pulls back a bit, and then we have another new one there. So that's the new target to the upside. So we go down, we sell off, we have a nice little rally there, and then bam, there, that broke past that high there, and that activates that target. Okay, so there's another one. Nice big move, pull back a little bit, consolidation, breakout. So that move there, the X is above the other X there. That's actually a point and figure chart buy signal, but it also activates the actual upside target of 15.4 to the downside. The reason why the downside targets weren't activated is that the sell-off didn't go beyond those two significant lows. Okay, so in this case, if the DAX sold off beyond that 13,750 and another O dropped down there, that would have activated the 13.2 upside point and figure chart target. Okay, so that's kind of how you interpret these targets. You look for a significant move to the left of your current price action, and then you put your target on there. There's a mathematical calculation how it's done. It's not too difficult. You can do this on any point and figure chart package, basically. Just calculate them in Excel quickly. And then when you get that breakout to the upside, that activates the upside target there. But you need an X to be above the previous high of the actual target projection. That would put it to the upside. So you have some ideas for the target to be activated. The index actually needs to move beyond that significant low in this case, or a significant high in that case, on which you are projecting the actual point and figure chart target. Okay, I hope that helps. But so far it looks like on the 50 by 3 is Xetra Dax that we've got a slight reversal here with a 13,800 upside target. If we back to our normal index one, still struggling, that you see that was about to print an O there, X, but it didn't print. So we will see by the end of today if it will print an actual reversal there. But it did take out a whole cluster of targets. Intraday, it did take out the 12.5, and there's a nasty 11.5 downside target. That target's activated, so if this trend keeps going down, it's most likely going to get to that type target there to the downside. But that's kind of how you do these targets. Just basically recap, that target there, the 14.1 was activated as soon as the index dropped from that level there to that level, and there's an O in that section there that activated that target. This 11.5 target's activated as soon as we went past that low there. So these are buy and sell signals. So the short signal here is that's a triple level sell signal there in the point and figure. The sell signal was actually with the first O below that level. The buy signal here is the first X reversal there. The sell signal is from the X to the O there. One sell signal, and a second sell signal is when it moves beyond that significant support line there. So think in terms of support and resistance as the X's and O's will change direction there, and that is a first signal is any change in direction from the X to an O is a buy or sell signal. And then the other one is a breakout to the downside sell signal, or a breakout to the upside. That's a double top breakout there. You can see the breakout signal to the upside is a buy signal, etc. So that's kind of how you use these targets on different. You can use them on different time frames as well, 60 minutes. There's also a high and low where you use the high and low instead of the actual close for that particular time frame. So here is the Xetra Dax 60 minutes, 25 by 3 upside, 25 by 3 point figure chart target. And you can see there how we took out these downside targets there to the downside. And now we have a reversal. We'll be interested to see if we're going to get a continuation of this reversal to the upside. Until next time, happy point and figure chart trading. Bye for now.